Okay, we can start. And hi, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Today it is May 21st, 2020. Um, Pacific time it is 12:19 p.m. Um, from today, we will start explaining the questionnaires, and uh, and in fact, for the Heshoutang questionnaire, and we will explain from the from the first page until the fourth pages. We have only 4 pages in our questionnaires, and after we finish explaining the questionnaires, I think for Heshoutang natural health system, it is almost complete. It is almost completed, and with the information we explained, you can try to practice with the clients. You can try it. But sure, what I mean is, it is almost complete. It is almost completed if we finish the questionnaires. And after questionnaire, we will explain some common diseases. We will give explanation about that, and also we will explain about terms. We will explain about the uh, product, the formulas, and then we will also explain some cases, and so to finish the system explanation. Um, but today, before we start explaining the questionnaire, and we will re-explain the information what we mentioned yesterday, and about the internal wind, and because that kind of problems is some hard for the people to deal, and I need to explain carefully, and about that uh, use whiteboard to go through. Let me get a pen, okay? Give me a second. In fact, for the internal wind, we said it is from excessive fire toxin. We said internal wind is from excessive fire toxin, and why the excessive fire toxin can generate the internal wind, and we have given example like in the nature, and in the nature the wind it is generated because like this area and this area, and the temperature is different. Here's maybe more, here's less, right? With this kind of temperature different, especially the big difference. When this area the temperature is very high, and this area the temperature is very low. And with this, between this, and it will happen, it will generate the wind. But this is for the nature. But for the human body, it's the same thing. It's the same thing because the natural health knowledge, and they take the human body. They take the human body as a small universe. What does that mean? What that mean? And what outside in the nature has in a human body, it also has the same thing. And for this, and like the fire and water energy, and then for the nature, they have, right? In the human body, it also has. And for the outside, there is wind and cold, uh, heat, uh, dampness, um, dryness, and fire, right? There are six weathers. There are six weathers in nature, but in your human body, it also has. It also has this. It also it also has this, and so for internal wind, it is from the excessive fire toxin because once the excessive fire toxin is generated, it could result the temperature difference from your body this part and that part, and then it could generate the internal wind. When internal wind is generated, when internal wind it is generated, the showing the symptoms it is similar as in the nature. When the strong wind is happening in the nature, blowing up, make the trees shaking, make even the it's mobile, it's sportive. So in the human body, we see, or it is internal wind is already generated, and from the symptoms, exhaustion is sportive, sportive. It is from excessive fire toxin, right? Excessive fire toxin, it is just it is just uh, it is just the basis. It is just the basis for generating the internal wind. But it doesn't mean if people have excessive fire toxin, it must generate the internal wind. And the internal wind, since it is sportive, firstly we said it's shaking, right? Shaking, shaking body, shaking body. All we can see is it's like trembling, right? For the shaking body, there is one kind of disease in the conventional medicine, like the Parkinson. The Parkinson, as I said, is shaking the body. It's very serious. It's like the people always dancing, and also this kind of dancing or this kind of the shaking body, they cannot control. They cannot control for your body, and also for your face, as I said, somebody the face will will shaking also without even their knowing. For that, shaking sportive, and that means your internal wind is generated. The internal wind is generated is showing that kind of sportive symptoms, symptoms, and also for the tongue, as I said, for the internal wind generated the people generates their body generates the internal wind. If you ask them to pull out their tongue, to pull out their tongue like this, right? Generally, the normal people, you can hold it, and your tongue is not shaking. You cannot see your tongue shaking by your eyes. You cannot see their tongue shaking by your eyes. But if internal wind is generated already in this kind of person, when they pull out their tongue is shaking also, and they cannot hold the tongue in one way. The tongue, okay. Uh, what means the shaking body? Shaking body. The face also shaking. The face also shaking. The face also shaking. And also you can see the tongue shaking also. Tongue shaking also. Okay? Sometimes I write the wrong words. Uh, the tongue shaking also. Tongue shaking also. And also another way to test if some people the internal wind maybe is not so strong and you cannot normally cannot see their body shaking, but for the hands, let them to pull out the hands to hold it like this way. Normally for the normal people, their hands just maybe a little bit, very little bit. Huh? But for them, the internal wind already generated in the body, and their hand was shaking. Once you ask them to pull out this, their hand was shaking like this. But then when they put it down, cannot see that. Only like this we can see. By this, you also can find the internal wind if it is generated in this kind of client or not. So the shaking hands to test if internal wind is generated or not. So this is for shaking. And yesterday, in fact, we mentioned epilepsy. ep- Epilepsy. Give me a sec. Let me check the words. Epilepsy. Epilepsy. Yeah. But anyway, like for this, yesterday when I'm talking about this kind of people, this kind of clients, their internal wind is generated also, especially when they get attacked, when they get the internal wind attack, they have like seizures. Seizures. What is seizures? Seizures is like people get like this, and then they down. This is called seizure, right? In fact, it's the theater is internal wind showing also. It's showing the internal wind. Internal wind. Theater. It is not cramps, okay? It is not cramps. Cramps generally is connected with fire energy problems or cold toxin in the muscles. Generally, okay? It is not cramps. Yesterday I mentioned cramps and then I stopped because I forgot that kind of verse. And for the people who have epilepsy and they get the seizures, it is seizures. And the seizures, in fact, it is another shaking, trembling, 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 trembling. So with this kind of symptoms, we can see the internal wind is happening in the body. And when we see the internal wind, uh, in the body, the basic formula we use MP. Basic formula. Basic formula can come down this kind of wind. Can come down the wind. Migraine pill. This is called migraine pill. Migraine pill. So this one is a major formula, or the first formula we should consider. In fact, since for the shaking and it is excessive fire toxin, with this to calm down the wind, at the same time we combine with blood detox. With the blood detox to clean the fire toxin, excessive fire toxin, and also Fat toxin is too much, water intake is low, and also shaking in fact, if Parkinson is connected with brain, right? Brain is connected with kidney system. Kidney system, water intake is low, your carb combine also with brain and water pill, brain and water pill, brain and water pill. Remember for this, when people have this kind of problems, you remember before we mentioned circulation. Circulation we always consider brain UV class, RBP, RBP, RBP combination for health. So RBP, rainwater pill, blood detox will help migraine pill to work. Will help him to work. So sometimes they will end the 40 also. And also, if the people have very serious constipation, and we use the liberty thoughts to help. Remember for whatever the people have, if the people have very serious constipation, we have to open it. We have to open it because that way can reduce a lot of toxin to poison your body. That is for urgent. Remember, that is always. And also sometimes, not sometimes, for really plus to improve circulation, that is always be considered for every people, almost every people. But for the epilepsy, for the people who have seizures, and this is the internal vein showing, right? But generally, when we dealing about this, we have two kind of formulas as the key. The first is MP, MP to calming down this kind of wind. The second is epilepsy people generally it is connected with internal wind, yes, but also the phlegma disturbing, phlegma poisoning, phlegma. So for the seizures, for the epilepsy, generally the key formula we will use is migraine pill and PP. PP is phlegm pill. PP is phlegm pill. Can you see that? PP. So this is the key. The key. And sure. The like Ruby Plus, right? We also use we improve circulation, and then the toxins, whatever the phlegm, whatever other kind of toxins, it could be bring out. It could be brought out of your body, and the body can recover faster. So this is about the yesterday information. We want to make it more clear, like this, like this. I think. We'll start the questionnaires. Okay. Okay, we exit. Since today we start to explain the questionnaires, I will show the questionnaire online to our people. But Heshoutang, sorry, Heshoutang .us. For the questionnaire, I want to show our people. And before I show, right? Because today we explaining. Oh my gosh, it's too much light, right? It's too much light. Can you see? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's fine, right? It's fine. Okay, it's fine. The Heshoutang questionnaire, like the online, if you fill out this questionnaire online, right? It is just a one page. And also this one page is sure it's much information. But if we print, right now we're using the paper form, and we print it out. It is 4 pages only, 4 pages, 4 pages only. But we make our website because uh, this is some special style, and it looks like much more information. But anyway, for this kind of questionnaire is for checking all our body problems, and you should spend some time to fill this out. And this is for you to be responsible for your body. If you do not give the complete information, how we can get the correct plan for you? So if you are very lazy, to fill out this kind of form, this means you are not responsible for your health. For your health, In fact, that is what we only request for our people, for our clients. Fill out this questionnaire. Maybe you just use 5 minutes or 10 minutes to finish it. It's mostly checkbox. It's easy. And in this questionnaire, there is the sections below. The first one is personal information. The personal information. The second one is spleen and stomach section. Third one is LL section. The fourth one is kidney section. The fifth one is allergy section. Allergy section. The next is HS section. The next is for women only. For women only here, we want to collect the information of ladies' period situation. And also the last one is other problems, which are not listed on the above. And also, if all above this kind of checking box, it cannot cover all your problems, and you can you can write it down here. Write it down here, what other problems do you have? And that kind of problems are not listed on the above, on the above, uh, on the above questions. And here it's described as your emotions, your treatment history, your eating habits, exercise, etc. And also for the last step is if you can, not sometimes, generally you can submit this kind of pictures of your tongue, including front side and the back side, or the top side or the bottom side. We need this kind of tongue information to check. Sometimes we have a lot of the clients, they doesn't submit this kind of pictures. But if we according to the information what you have finished for the above questions, if we can confirm what problems for you, and then we will not request the tongue picture from you. If we request a tongue picture from you, this means the information what you requested is some confused. And then we need to request the tongue picture to confirm and what kind of situation of your body it is. So this is about for the questionnaires. This questionnaire, from the June we will start to use the management softwares. And the management softwares, and it is on the Heshoutang.global, It is on the global. Yes, it is on the horizontal global online diagnosis. You know, sure. After we using the management softwares, after we using the management softwares, and for here, this there is a one section like knowing us by for here. Or here we will change this knowing us by like what? Like HMID. What is HMID? HMID is your certificate, personal member certificate. And this personal member certificate is a certificate ID. It is on your certificate after you passed the examination. And this HMID is what you used for logging the personal management system. And also, this HMID is what when your clients filling out this questionnaire, right? For here, they need input your HMID, like for somebody like HST, like HST 007, right? HST 007, and this is one kind of our members who are using this system, and then his clients his clients filling out this questionnaire online, and then they put the HMID, the HST 007 HST 007 here, and then with this kind of numbers put, and then submit. And then the HST 007, this our member, he will receive this questionnaire in his account. And even though if you do the phone consultation for your clients, you can record your client's information about, and now here you can type your own the HMID, personal member certificate ID, and then after you put it here, you submit, and you will receive this questionnaire. You will receive this questionnaire in your account. Nobody else will receive this questionnaire, only you. So this is one kind of extra function, and when the people using our management software. So this is for target for like your patients, you fill out this. If you do phone consulting for them, and then you help them to fill out this questionnaire, and from here you input your HMID number there, and then you submit. You will receive this questionnaire yourself in the management system, and then you work on it. So it's very important, the questionnaire, and it is very important. So that is why we see everybody should pass the examination to get this HMID. After you get this HMID, you can use our management software by logging. Look, members login. There's my ID is HST 80. Okay, 80. HST 807, like this, right? You login. After you log in, you fill out that questionnaire and fill out your HMID, and then you submit, and you will receive you will receive that. You will receive that. You will receive your patient questionnaire from here, my patient, and then you can work on it. And you can work on it. You can work on it. Hmm? Yeah. Look. Yeah. Look. You will receive the questionnaire like this in your background, your panel, your control panel, and then you work on the treatment plans like this, right? And you work on the body changes and advices. Look, usage, emotion advice, exercise advice, and this is the oh sorry. So anyway, so uh, it's very convenient. It is very convenient for using this software. Huh. And also you can do reviews. What is reviews? Reviews is like this time, this is second time for your clients to come to you, right? And then you will do the last time the reviews. It is better, is it, or worse? And then and with this kind of reviews, the system will calculate your healing rate, or no, your effective rate. Effective rate. The effective rate here. Oh, sorry. You see, the effective rate. Sure, there is also your healing rate. You know. So with this, the system will record your effective rate and healing rate. If lower than something, your account will be free, will be frozen, will be freezed, will be frozen, and you cannot use it until you pass the new examination for you. So with this, we control our quality, we control our the yeah, we control our quality, you know, and also the credit we record for here too, credit, uh, the credit. Right right now the Edwin, it's just a sample, okay, it's just sample. This is credit record. Hmm. It's credit record. Credit record, and right now total is 1,675.75. 175. Sorry. Eh? Can you read it? Yeah, but anyway, we will train the software for later specialty. I just want to show you something. So uh, anyway, let's start to explain for questionnaires. For questionnaires, in the questionnaire, the first section, it is about personal information. And for personal information we require from the client, it is because we can use their personal information to track them, whatever the email address or the phone numbers and email address. Yeah, for contact them, and for tracking the services. And also we have the address because sometimes we need the mail. We need to mail the products. We need to mail the formula to them. And but except besides that, on the personal information, there is there are several key points. There are several key points we have to we have to we have to know, or we have to understand. And in fact, we explain the questionnaire In fact, we are teaching you how to read the questionnaires. As I said, the phone numbers, address, and also the email address, it is used for contact. It is used for tracking. It is used for mailing the products. But besides that, what other items you should focus on, you should know. And we explain all this questionnaire for you, how to read questionnaire, to analyze the people's information, to generate the plan for people. The first on the questionnaire on the first section of personal information, the first item in this questionnaire in this section is main problem. Main problem. This you have to focus on. This you have to see. You have to see on, because it is very, very important. And this main problem is the people, why they come to you. All these main problems is the people come to you mainly for what? Mainly for what? Sure, possibly people will have this kind of problems and that kind of problems, but there are always the main problems, the main complaints, the main symptoms. They come to you. You have to find this. Because of what? Because the people could have a lot of problems. And a lot of problems possibly will connect with different products. And the products you cannot use as many as you can. The products you could use as less as you can. It is not, for Heshoutang, right? For Heshoutang formulas. We have almost 40 formulas right now. For each client, for each time they come to visit. It's not products we use as more as we can. No, that is not the purpose. That is not the purpose. The purpose for using products, right, is as less as we can. As less as we can. And this is responsible for our people, for our clients. Since this is our role, when using the products as less as we can, so we have to focus something. We have to focus on the people's main problem. The formula what we will use is for the people's main problem. And in fact, when the people's main problems are improved, are helped, right? So other problems, what they have, generally it will be reduced also. Generally. So to know the people's main problems is very important. Sure. To know the main problem is very important. But sometimes I see that sometimes we have to follow our main problem. What is our main problem? Look. There is, I just give example. There is a client come to you. Hi Tom, I have a very serious headache. I have a very serious headache. So I come to you for my serious headache, right? Okay. And then these people, they will fill out these main problems here in our questionnaire. See, her or she or his, the main problems is serious headache. But after he filled out all the questionnaires, that is that kind of information. I just give example, okay? So the very serious constipation, constipation. You know what I mean? So people come to you for a serious headache, but in the questionnaire, she has very serious constipation. Is hard store always, right? In the uh, in the KB section, hard store always. As we said, whatever other problems you have, for constipation, serious constipation, the hard store always, we need improve this first. You know, sometimes what explaining. This is common. Generally, when people fill out the questionnaires and they fill out the main problems, we will focus on that. But we have according to our own knowledge, we have our own focus too. Let's just give an example like this: serious headache, but we have very hard stool always from beginning until the end. For this kind of people, we need to improve their hard stool first. But sure, as I said, if you improve their hard stool, right? Generally, the headache will gone too. Generally, because all the problems are connected together, and all your organs in your body is connected together. If you 5 organ system, there is 2 organ system. 2 organ system have problems, right? If you improve one, one organ system, the problems, right? In fact, another organ which has problems also could be reduced. You know what I mean? Because your 5 organ system is connected together, and also this kind of connections. It's not only connecting health; it is not connecting the problems, and also the problems. Once improved for this one, another one will be improved also itself, because the human body has self recovery system. If 5 organ system, 2 organ system problems, and that is in these two organ system, and improve one, another one will be easier for your body to improve itself. You understand what I mean? So the information is very interesting. So sometimes we cannot write all the information on the book, but you have to understand. You have to be smart to catch, to sync the information what you explain. So the main problem is what patients or clients are mostly concerned. And generally, the total products are no more than 5 cans. Now, this is about the product quantity. As I said, as less as we can. Okay, as less as we can. Products related to main problem are firstly considered. Sure, except our own main problem, as I said, the headache. The constipation we should focus first, because after you improve their conservation, many problems could be reduced. Yeah, maybe the people is just be used to for the serious conservation, because maybe they use other kind of stuff to help, but they're complaining about headaches. But this kind of headaches, in fact, it is connected with that serious constipation too. We have to open it. We have to open it. After opening your pulse, and your headache generally will reduce. Will reduce. The second item is how long. How long? Generally, how long suggests the difficulty level of main problem. Generally, the longer time of the main problem, the more difficult and the more time needed for dealing this main problem. In fact, the how long, how long. Generally, it suggests the difficulty level of main problem. And what kind of time it should be? It should be like long, very long. Generally, if the problem is over 3 months, the problem will be considered as chronic status, and it will be the more difficult to deal. But depends on the individual condition too. So the how long, it suggests us, when your clients fill out the questionnaires, and when you tick this kind of questionnaire in front of you, you say, oh my God, main problem is for that, right? How long? Oh, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. Oh my God. So in your mind, you should consider, in this long time, we should advise the people have some patience, patience, and never hope like just in 1 day or 2 days is finished. Yeah. So for the how long, it will suggest us to have a initial estimation for the possibly of how the class the health plan it looks like it's possible. In this you can suggest also for your people. Oh, this one cannot be done like just in 1 2 days. Okay, and you should prepare for the time, and also you should prepare for the time. You should prepare time for your body to recover itself. So this is how long. And from the time, as I said, it's over. If the people problems generally it's over 3 months, it is considered as chronic. If just like I just got this problem like 2 3 days ago, or like maybe a week ago, or 1 month ago, it's new. Generally, like this kind of problem is not so difficult to deal. It's not. It's not. So it is just suggests. It is just suggests, but also it depends on the individual. Also, remember, um, the other days I mentioned like one people, one of our clients, he has stomach pain, the mobile pain, but he has 60 years, right? He has 60 years of dental problems. Yeah, from the years, it's very chronic. It's a very long time. But we just use 1 month to deal with her. Done, finished. It is because for her problems, even though her problem has over 60 years, but her problem is still in function level. In function level, it still be easier to deal. So that is why I say it is just a suggest. It's not decide. This from the time, how long time, it just suggests us, it's possibly difficult. But still, we need to see the individuals. And also the how long time the problem it is, it doesn't decide the problem, it is in the functional level or it is in the organic level. But generally, if very long time, the bigger possibility for the problems is organic. Organic. In fact, organic is more difficult than functional level. The functional level is functional level. The problems means your problems are in the earlier or the middle stage. The organic problems, it shows like your problems is in the late stage. It is in the organic level. But the time just gives suggests possibly or the bigger possibility for the people, the problems is organic. It's the late stage. But it doesn't decide. It doesn't like this 6 years, you said the problem is organic. No, it's still in functional level. So individuals, the individualization house is the only correct house in the world. You cannot just use this sentence to sentence everybody. You cannot just use this rule to define everybody. It has to be individualization house. So that is why we need all the information. Even if it is all the information, it is just 4 pages. It is not much. It is not much. No problem. The other item is about occupation. Occupation you should know. Why we need to know the occupation? Because occupation is possibly the reason why he got these problems. Remember on the causes of sickness. We mentioned about work and later. You know, from his occupation, from how he works, from how what kind of environments they work in. So from their work, from their occupation, we can know possibly where his problems from. Where his problem from. So the occupation is very important. It's very important also. We need to know. We need to know. The last one is you should pay much attention is about age. You know, in fact, the age itself is energy. It's energy. Young age, if the age is from babies to young, right? Generally, the energy is good. Even though they have serious problems, and the problems, if you can get the correct plans, they can recover faster. Generally, you know, the age, something, you know, for the easier and the difficult, like to deal as the age is something like this. Something like this. Baby, children, youth, adult, menopause time. Okay, this is the menopause time. At the old age. So as this, the self-recovery system from this one and this one, generally it is strong. Recover faster. Even though they have the same serious problems as these old age people, the younger age people, generally it will be easier. So age itself is energy. When you see the age, from the age, it also suggests how possibly quicker recovery for these kind of people. And this, the age information will suggest us about that. About that. So in the first section, the personal information, we need pay attention to about main problems. We need to pay attention to about the how long time the problem what people have. We need to pay attention to the occupation. We need to pay attention to the age. Sure, if the gender also, right? The male and the gender male or female also, you know. Uh, I think for today the information we missed the one page. In the what kind of page? It is for general introduction about the Heshoutang questionnaires. But that kind of information it is already be explained before. Okay? Because when we open the GPT, it is the second page, as I see. But it doesn't matter. Let's let's go back to just to see something. Second page. I think it's here. It's here. But it doesn't matter because the information here we almost explained before. For here, it's a Heshoutang questionnaire is a tool which Heshoutang member will use for checking and getting house plan for clients. So this is our tool. This is the Heshoutang member tool, and it is we can see the only tool. We can only see the only tool, and it is the Heshoutang questionnaire. It is a tool for Heshoutang members, HM. Okay, Heshoutang members, HM. Used for checking and getting the house plan for clients, and it mainly contains the symptoms which most people can understand instead of using the unintelligible words. So, in fact, Heshoutang natural health system dealing only the symptoms. With Heshoutang natural health system doesn't deal with diseases, deal with diseases. Heshoutang natural health system is working for symptoms. It's working for the symptoms, not for the disease. This we have to be clear, okay? Because disease is not related with Heshoutang natural health system. And for the symptoms as we said, is every people can know. Our member can know about it, and also the patients or clients can understand it very well. And translate the symptoms to products is the way how Heshoutang questionnaire works. Remember this. This translate symptoms to products is the way how Heshoutang questionnaire works. Before 2 days ago, we explained like a Heshoutang system, like from the symptoms to diagnosis concept. And from diagnosis concept to treatment rules. From treatment rules to products. Oh, I think it's patients come. And but anyway, translate symptoms to products is the way how the Heshoutang questionnaire works. So, give me a second. I have to answer this phone. Hello? Yeah. Oh, yeah, and so you're here or not? Yes. I'm doing my podcast right now, but almost finished. And you can come here and just wait me some minutes. You know the address or not? Oh, yeah, 43 9035 43rd Avenue. And just come to this building and go to the reception to wait some minutes, okay? Okay, 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 no problem. Okay. Okay. 9035. Yeah, 9035 is the number of the street. And the 47 is the street address, okay? Okay, okay. Mm. Hi, sorry about this, and this is backlog cancer patient. And so for translate symptoms to products is the way how Heshoutang questionnaire works. And before we explain symptoms, from symptoms we will get the diagnosis concept. With diagnosis concept, we will connect with treatment rules. With treatment rules, we connect with products. But in fact, finally, after you learn this kind of everything complete system, right? And when you see these symptoms, like serious constipation, you connect with product directly. Then to the major way you will use finally. Major way you will use finally. So that is why we see translate symptoms to products is the way how the Heshoutang questionnaire works. You understand what I mean? So with this, it's very simple. It's very simple. It's like in the computer, you type A, and on the monitor, the A will be there. You no need to know why you type A, the A will be there. So finally, we want to make our system is that simple like this, so common people can learn it. That is the way how the Heshoutang questionnaire or how the Heshoutang national health system works. And with Heshoutang diagnosis form or questionnaire, we can deal with most problems what people have. We deal with symptoms. We even no need to know what kind of disease what people have. If symptoms disappear, generally the disease will possibly will gone. Okay. But anyway, I think that is the information, and we have to finish right now. And it's already 1 hour. It's already 1 hour. Okay. Anyway, we pray virus come fast right away. Better, right? We pray all of the world people better health and better wealth. Thank you.